Yay!
So,
We did it!
got it.
How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Okay, so I went through this whole spiel on my Instagram, so I just want to reiterate, even though we're on your social handle right now. But
Sure.
I just wanted to talk about like how I'm so excited that we connected because we have a mutual contact, and I
Right.
love really just like connecting with fitness professionals who are motivated and driven and who love to help change lives. And so I was really excited when I learned about Trooper Fitness, and I took your class on Sunday and it kicked my butt. It was so humbling. And
You did
I think
good.
it's really good to always change things up and kind of step outside your comfort zone and see other people's styles. So I just wanted to say thank you.
No, you're welcome and thank you. I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, you did good. You did good. You did really good.
Whew. I need to do a leg day. That's my business name, Leg Day Fitness. I'm like, I need to test this out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. You definitely have to do the leg one.
Yes.
Um,
So let's talk
so
about Trooper Fitness. Like, I just want to learn more about what you guys offer. I know it's a mix of strength and hit, and you guys help people create their personalized roadmap to success. And
right.
I love that. And I also like the teamwork, dream work aspect. So
Yep.
I truly believe we're stronger as a community. So tell me a little bit more.
Yes. So Trooper Fitness is primarily based on strength and hit classes, as you mentioned. And the real reason, the premise behind that is sometimes I feel like with group exercise, because there is so many different options out there, and it's great to have many options. But one of the common things that can happen is you can kind of end up doing just random workouts, which I think almost is like it's good to do to mix it up. But you want to have a plan, right? You can't get to a specific goal without a specific plan. That's just it's the truth about life. Uh, so basically, pretty much the way that I would personal train my clients, we put that in a group atmosphere where you can work on strength exercises, and we isolate the body parts as well. So we'll do like lower body alone. So we'll have like leg day. We'll focus on like upper body, like triceps and chest, and then we'll do like back and biceps. We'll do core. And one of the things that's really big about that is that when you isolate body parts, you also allow the other body part to rest, which has two benefits, I would say. And one is minimizing injury, because if you keep using the same joints over and over, like I wouldn't even recommend doing a boot camp every day. And obviously I teach boot camp. You took it, but I wouldn't recommend someone to do that every day. So when you rest your body parts, you rest the joints, which is safer. And then also you get more results because when the muscles heal, they get stronger. So yeah, efficiency and safety. That's the reason I like the split routines, and then also mixing high intensity with the lower impact strength exercises.
I love it too for progressive overload so that you can really, test your leg day the next week to increase those weights,
Yeah.
to just test that strength and see yourself progress over time. I think that's so important. But I agree, like rest and recovery is vital to progress. And a lot of people, like when you get in the zone and you're feeling that natural high, you're like, no rest days, no days off. Like I've been there, but now that I
Yeah.
actually commit to resting 1 to 2 days a week, it
Yeah.
only helps my performance and progress visually and just how you feel.
Yeah. No, 100%. I 100% agree. And like, yeah, adding to that, yeah, definitely with the strength training, what's really cool for those that have never tried it is having that you can see when you progress. You can see if you can add, 2 pounds to something you were doing or a few more reps, you can kind of quantify it gives you a numerical gauge on your success. So that's what's cool about the strength training piece.
Yes,
And
yeah,
that's true
I love
for
it.
hit as well, right? I mean, hit, you could do it as well, but sometimes, even in the boot camp, it's just like balls to the wall, like going all out. And you feel good. Like you push yourself to the max. You do build your cardio capacity, your endurance. And you kind of just, yeah, it's like all out. But to do that every day, it's almost like it's hard to really gauge when you're getting better, when you're getting stronger. So, yep, I'm a fan of
Yeah,
that as well, kind of seeing progress.
that makes sense. So let's talk about you're in the city, right? You're in the hardest hit area with this pandemic. And
Yeah.
how has it been completely changing your business model to be online? And is there any light at the end of the tunnel in your area about when things are starting to open, or is it still just in it for recovery wise?
Well, so our motto has always been, and it still is, all we know is go. Like that's our catchphrase. And all we know is go. I always want to be careful with how people perceive that because it's really about going the right way. It doesn't mean just, taking a rest and going is to make sure you can keep going. Just want to preface that, but all we know is go. We use it for not only for workouts but for life as well. And right now in business and with the gym, this whole thing, this pandemic is a challenge for everyone, economically, mentally, physically. If you're used to going to the gym, your routine's been changed. So our gym is closed, it's sitting there, and but we could either just get frustrated and stop. But honestly, we had adapted, and I think what really prompted me to do it is I really do have a commitment to my team. That community aspect, I felt like I couldn't allow us as a whole to fail. So we actually, luckily, and I feel blessed, we quickly adapted. When the pandemic kind of reached our area and gyms were still opened, we started to transition, because some people lost their jobs or weren't in the area or working from home before the gyms were closed. And they really, convenience-wise, the gym wasn't accessible. So we started looking at other options rather than just saying, all right, you can't, we can't help you. We started looking at virtual options just to give people that option. And then when it hit full swing and the gyms were forced to shut down, we were like, well, we're just going to go virtual now, and put more energy into this. And there's been a lot of silver linings with it, honestly.
And that leads into like that topic of personal adaptation, business adaptation, family adaptation. I know it's like hard for a lot of people, but I also firmly believe that when life throws you curves, you adjust and you adapt and you push forward, because that's the only way. There's no point in dwelling, taking steps back. It's like, here we go. This is what we're dealt with. We just got to figure it out,
1000%. I agree. I mean, honestly, I think that's like my religion, if I'm to be completely honest with. That's what I feel like. Challenges are inevitable. This is like literally, I must say this like every day, like challenges are inevitable. If your lifestyle is adaptation, you'll be all right. And I think that's just the way it's always going to be. Technology will make us adapt. The terrain, the weather makes us adapt. Like, life is like that. I think, we live in a civilized society, which is great. But I think sometimes we forget that the world is the world. The wild, we're kind of still in the wild. And granted, we don't have to hunt for our food and watch our backs necessarily in most scenarios for our lives. But I do believe that there is still some nature aspects that still ring true, like not survival of the fittest, but you do need to adapt to survive. You cannot just stay one way and just expect things to happen for you. So, I think that even workout-wise, workouts kind of teach you that, right? And it was kind of cool. Like you did a workout that you changed up what you did, which is going to make you stronger and better in a different way than if you keep doing the same thing. So you're like adaptation ready, and that's what I think everyone should do that. I try to step outside of my comfort zone as well,
I agree. I think being stagnant sometimes prevents you from growing and evolving and figuring out those other parts of yourselves that may be hidden, that you haven't like addressed yet. So I love that. And what about looking ahead to the future? I mean, it's a little scary. I'm a little nervous about transitioning back because I was so busy. I'm actually appreciating the time at home and being able to like relax. I'm going through infertility, as I mentioned to you. Right. So for me, being able to really work on my self-care and like relax my body and my mind and be able to sleep 8 hours a night has been so great. Like, what kind of advice would you give to your team and also my community to get ready for the future and just kind of look ahead just so that you're prepared when we have to adapt back to the crazy go of life?
Yeah. So I think the first thing is I think no one knows what's going to happen. That's the reality that we have to face. I think that a lot of human nature has always been, we want an answer so we can feel more comfortable, which is fine. But I think if the answer can lean closer to reality, then I think you'll end up better in the long run. And I think that we don't know what's going to happen. I can see different scenarios. I like to think of different scenarios that may happen. As far as going back to the way things were, we don't know if that's going to be that's going to be. I would say to people to remain malleable and adaptable, and again, just always looking at what kind of, if you live life like, all right, let me look at what's in front of me, what can I do with this? And if you look at life like that, you won't get shaken up too much when things change because you kind of expect it. I think what my predictions, just for shits and giggles, is that things will go back. There'll be some changes in terms of how we interact a little bit. But I think that gyms will open back up. We'll get back to it. There may be more of a hustle, go, go, go. But I also think that businesses will change as we know it. I intend to continue my virtual classes because they work for people. It's funny what this has done for us because it's shown us something that was already there that we had not looked at, right? Like the option of virtual training has always been there. And there are some benefits. Even my clients would go away on vacation and go, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or they get married and they have 2 weeks honeymoon. I don't want to miss my workouts for 2 weeks. I'm gonna get weak. I'm gonna lose my gains. I'm gonna get, and I would send them workouts, written workouts, but they're used to the motivation and stuff with the group. And, it's a routine. It's a great routine that they got themselves into. Virtual training was an option. I just didn't even think of it or even. So I don't think there's any reason to stop what we're learning right now. There's no reason to stop that. But I think that when things go back, I think if we do have to transition back, if looking at that scenario, you do it gradually. I think you just, never bite off more than you can chew. Just take it as it comes. What can I do? Okay, if you're stressed out because we're all going back and going fast, everyone's stressed out. So take your time, and be easy with yourself. Like be nice to yourself.
I've had a lot of clients too that love that they can wake up 5-10 minutes before and hit their workout rather than having to commute, so it's like they have more time. And then also for me, I don't miss the driving time as well sometimes. So I'm hoping even for the busy city slickers that have to work in the office every day, I hope businesses start to realize you don't have to go to the office all the time. People can be trusted to work from home, and give people some of that time back. I think that's going to be a big lesson for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think that's going to happen. And the reason I feel confident about that, because as a business, if you don't have to, and this is where a lot of things are going to change, like real estate. How much real estate do you need to run your business? Probably less. Mm-hmm. Most businesses, right? People can work from home now, and it works. Now, a business owner might have been very skeptical, have been skeptical to let people work from home. As we mostly know, people would love to have work from home before.
Yep.
And some businesses did, some didn't. But now we're seeing that it does work. So it's almost like, why do I spend extra money for an office if I don't need it? Or we can just have one smaller office where we congregate maybe sometimes, and maybe not even, depending on the business. So I think that as far as businesses realizing that, I think it's going to save them money. So they're going to realize it. The problem with that is that a lot of people will not have jobs because of that. That's the sad part. Mm-hmm. Do you need a front desk in that office space? Do you need the cleaning staff that normally cleans the place? Just the maintenance. And that's the scary part. That's the scary part when I think about it. Because I'm ready to adapt, but I do think about other people. I do think about who will be affected. That's what I struggle with.
That's true. There's just so many pros and cons of every alternative.
Yeah.
So we just have to be ready, like you said, to adapt. And I think that's why you and I connect, is because that's a kind of our mentality: adjust and adapt. See what's in front of you, figure out how to get through. And there's one thing that I really wanted to talk to you about too. I used to be a reporter, and that was my career before health and fitness.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I left my reporting career in 2016 to start my online business.
Wow.
And then went into in-person. So I was kind of opposite. And when I started in 2015, my passion for health and fitness derived from bodybuilding. So I competed for about 1.5 years. I loved it. I was in the zone. But then I realized that while that discipline was amazing and that regimented lifestyle was so addicting, I wasn't healthy from the inside out because it wasn't maintainable. I was competing way too frequently.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my model around my business is being healthy from the inside out. And I love the shift that I've seen in the industry, that it's not just about what you look like. It's not just about who has the most stacked abs. It's about feeling healthy from the inside out, being proud of
Yes.
yourself,
Yes.
chasing those goals, achieving those goals. So what would you say about the health and wellness industry as it's evolved from like strictly aesthetic to it's just as much mental and being healthy from the inside out as it is as what you look like on the outside?
I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm so into that. I think, I definitely feel like that real fitness. So I even wrote a blog. I think it was in 2013. I look back at it, was like I was when I was much younger, and I talked about because I get really I don't know if you want to say cerebral. I think deep sometimes. I'm like a philosopher in my own head, and the word fitness. I think I'm like, where did the word fitness stem from? And I know that's pretty far to go, but like being fit, right, means being able so much, like being fit for office, being fit. And I believe that this is where the word stem from, just that physical fitness ended up being the colloquial understanding of what fitness is. And it's owned now. Fitness is physical as far as, but going back to the roots of what I believe fitness is, it's about being able. And I think that has to do with being mentally able. That has to do with, your self-esteem. I think ableness starts from the mind first. I think, and that comes from, self-love, self-care, even when you work out, there's when you push weight or push through a hard workout. Why? What is your drive? Why would you do that? You have to have something that you're willing to fight for. Just even when you get up and walk around, you have to have a reason to live. And everyone that's alive has somewhat of a reason to live, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't. You would just sit down and just wait till you pass away. So there's something that you're fighting for. The more you get to know yourself, the more you get to love yourself, the more you have a reason to fight for something. The more you love other people and people are you're responsible for it, even too, that could also add to your self-value. So long-winded way of saying I absolutely love the idea of fitness being more than just physical, because the physical is just a manifestation of the mental first, how your mind is set up first.
I love that. And I love just the positive effect of first you take care of you, you feel good, so then you act good, so then you're a better spouse, you're a better
Yes.
husband, a better wife, a better employee, better dog parent. It's just
Yes.
like
It's
so
so
great.
so so true. It's so true. What's
Yeah.
that thing they say? I know you probably heard it before too. Like, with the airplane, put your mask on first, and then you can help other people.
Yes.
It's
It
life is the same way. You can't really, you got to get yourself right, and then you could be so much more valuable to the world.
yeah.
Um, and in turn, once again, cyclically, you'll be more happy too, because you're for love and friendship and stuff like that. You're gonna give better, so you'll receive better as well. But it starts with you first. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough,
I like to say too, like you got to fill your cup before you can serve others. Like that is
Yeah, right
so
there.
true. Because if your cup is half full or empty, what do you have to give? You know.
Right, right. Good point.
So
That's
I have
important. I think
goosebumps
with
because
fitness
it's
stuff is
like,
too.
yeah, it's like this is so powerful because people, when they are initially intimidated by fitness, like I just want them to feel and see the deeper meaning of like
Right.
what they are going to experience personal transformation mentally and physically just by committing to exercise and eating right. It's like
Yeah.
it's just like a no-brainer. That is the magic pill.
So
Like,
let me ask you a question too. So I know that you obviously do personal training, you do nutrition and accountability really stands out as to me. That really, I was like, wow, that's really something that a lot of people struggle with. Even with me as a coach and doing group exercise, you can give people meal plans, you can give people workout plans, you can push them through it. But what about when you're not there? How can someone maintain that same fire and focus they had when they were in front of me? And it's tough. In some cases, with this busy world, it's very, very tough to build new habits. So just tell me a little bit more about what you do as far as helping people with accountability. I'm just curious.
so what I do when a client comes to me, first we get on a call and we talk about what their life is like when it comes to fitness and food. What do they struggle with? What do they want to achieve? And then I customize an eating plan based on, you know, the access to groceries, like I have a lot of busy parents, so it's like, how can you prepare for a few days and not even have to worry about it, so you don't have to think and eat, you just eat. I have them create their sustainable, actual doable eating lifestyle. And the way that my programs work, and I really pride on this, is because I do talk with my clients every day. So they send me pictures of their food when they eat. And I look at that meal and I'm looking for a lean protein source. I'm looking for a healthy fat, a complex carb, and also some micronutrients, so some fruit or veggies. And if it's not on the plate, I'm calling them out.
Boom.
If they, you know, I have them send me their snacks, how much water they drank. Like, we create their system. And I think having that plan, number one, like you said, you have to have a plan for everything in life, right? To really be motivated to push through. And then the accountability is the second game changer. And so then also they send me pictures of their bodies. So progress pictures, front, back, and side, once a week, and we weigh in. So that way I know they're following the routine, because that average better be down or there better be visual results, right?
Right.
And if they're in a deficit and really truly following the plan and staying true to themselves, they're going to earn progress. Even if it's 0.5 pounds down, like I say realistically for my clients, 0.5 to 2 pound loss is going to be sustainable over a long period of time. Right. Some clients lose 10 pounds in 1 week, but it just really depends on their starting point. You know, do they have more weight to lose, or do they just need to like dial it in and tighten it up?
Do you ever do like fridge raids? Like, go to your fridge right now. Let me see what's in your fridge.
No, but I should. Oh,
my son, he just came in from outside and ran to me, so I didn't want to push him away.
I was maybe, was he there the whole time? Because he was like very chill. Hey.
Yeah, like 5 minutes. I didn't want to cut you off, but he ran over to me.
I love it. No, I will do fridge raids. That's really smart. But yeah, even me, when I have a goal, I hire a coach, because I know I can't hold myself as accountable, because I'll be like, oh, I'll just have that extra tablespoon of peanut butter. But if I check in with someone, I show up and I commit. And if you financially invest, you're more willing to do a program than if someone were to just give you something for free.
It's the smart thing to do. I mean, it's what everyone successful does with everything, not just fitness, right? And again, what's fitness? Because having a financial advisor, having a doctor for your health, in terms of like, just we can't be professional. We cannot ourselves be professionals at everything. Impossible. So if you want to be efficient in areas, and I can speak to this even as like a business owner, any business owner knows that you can't do everything. You need to hire people that in an area, like I'll hire someone who's smarter than me at marketing to do marketing. And I want them to give me information and educate me. I just need to know a little bit and to know what to do on my side. So to your point and talking about that accountability piece, it's really hard to have a lifestyle and just go and decide you have a goal now that's different from your day-to-day and be fully committed to it, especially in this go lifestyle that you just mentioned, which is pretty much everybody's life right now, or what has been. Yeah. So,
I think it's okay to always ask for help. You know, I love being a teacher just as much as I love being a student. And I think that's why I'm continuing to learn and to connect with people, because I'm open. Because if I wasn't, I would just have this limited mindset and not be able to like actually grow and succeed. So Samantha, our mutual contact.
Yes. We had a bunch of them.
So I love that lesson. But
nice.
Did we miss anything? Is there anything else that you'd like to cover before we go? I absolutely loved this chat.
No, I think it was really, really fruitful. I definitely, we definitely should stay connected, obviously, keep sharing information. I think like I guess the big takeaway, right, is just to be adaptable, and to be willing to ask for help. It kind of ties right in. The smartest people seek consultation. The most successful people do in everything, in fitness. Michael Jordan, The Last Dance is showing on TV for those following. He had a coach, he had a trainer, he had, people that guided him to being the GOAT, the greatest of all time, arguably. So yeah, if you want to be the best that you can be at something, the best way to do that is to have support. Is arguably you can't be the best version of yourself at something without support. Michael Jordan can't be Michael Jordan without his trainers and his coach he can't be. He would be a could have been, would have been, right?
Yep.
And most of us are, in essence, a could be, would be. We just haven't found the right pieces to get us to our best selves. Coaches help for all of us.
Yeah, it comes back to human connection. Like, we are meant to, even if you're an introvert, that connection is everything. It allows you just to be like continuing to learn about yourself and become even better version.
Yeah, I did want to mention too. Just I don't know if you're. I think you kind of know. And I just want to. It's a shameless plug, but tonight I'm doing a charity event. That if you're free at 6:30 p.m. It's actually for Holocaust survivors. It's a workout, and all the proceeds are going to 333 charity for Holocaust survivors. I'm super excited to be a part of it. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty great. I have a couple of it's gonna be a huge event. A couple of celebrities going to be there. Isaiah Thomas, Edelman from the Patriots, Skylar Aston. So, I mean, if anybody, just put it out there. It's a public thing. You and your followers and your friends and your family, if you want to work out and sweat for a good cause, join us. Just donate and join us.
For sure, I'll share your most recent post on my platform so my viewers can see. And,
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was already just training a client earlier. I told her she needs to take her boot camp on Sunday, and then I had a friend reach out from Washington D.C. who loves Trooper Fitness. So
I got you. Like I said, my people, same thing. I'm thinking about my people. Like I coach them. People are getting results, but there's every now and then there's that hump where maybe they need that accountability, and I can't be accountable for all of my members. So if people need that individual attention, Ashley is very good at this her thing.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate your time and your openness and getting deep into this conversation. So I think just really makes fitness beautiful because it's so much more than just having an able body and what you look like. It's deep. It's mental. It's everything. Yeah,
this was awesome. I appreciate you. Thanks.
Yes, and hopefully when this quarantine is over, we can meet in person.
I know.
I can meet your team.
Crazy thought.
I know. All right. Well, have a great day. Thank you so much.
You too. Take care.